agreed to go out of the country with Madison for a year, y'all. I said, I guess Bill and Danny would use that as another excuse to cheat. I said, so it's okay for Eva and Tomas to hang out, but not Isaiah and Kat. I said, they might as well do a switcheroo at this point. Switch partners. But yeah, what was the other thing about that? Eva and Isaiah made it official. Jan and Ashley talk about the men in their lives, including Derek. Leslie tells Shanice that Ted is a player. And the last thing is that Tomas was trying to secure his future with Kat. But hey y'all, welcome back to another video. This is for Beyond the Gates, February 2nd, 2026. First things first. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. What y'all think of the episode? Look, I'm over here. I can't remember. What was the thing about Kat now? Maybe I remember once we get into the review. Hold on. But okay, what did y'all think of this episode? Did y'all like it? What are y'all thoughts? First we're gonna start with Kat and Isaiah. So they still talking. I had seen a spoiler that said something about they have a heated exchange. I wouldn't call that a heated exchange, but I guess. But yeah, Kat still talk about. I said Kat and Eva alike. They both be bashing each other. I think Kat worse. Kat worse in a sense. In a sense, she's worse. But yeah, I think they wanted to say. I said they might be sisters for real. But then I thought about it. I was like, I don't know. Do y'all think they're gonna actually do it where Eva actually isn't Ted's daughter? I said she is desperate to keep him. She over here lying to Shanice like Ted's a player and everything, trying to plant those seeds of doubt in his head. So when she find no doggone underwear, she know, okay, she said that he was a player. She was right about the roses or whatever. And I was like, man. And what did Shanice tell her? Basically, how do we get to talk about Shanice already? I think Shanice had said, despite whoever he gonna be with, he ain't gonna be with her. I said exactly. He'll sleep with her, but he ain't gonna make it official. Apparently. But hold on. I mean, I think to sleep with her again after everything that's happened is still bad. But you know, we're gonna give him a pass, I guess. But yeah, Kat and Isaiah tells Kat that she don't know Eva like he do. And she was just telling him how everybody thought she was wrong. And she told, later in the episode, she told to my same thing. Everybody just kept saying she was wrong about that or whatever. And she was right. I mean, she was. Ain't like, once again, ain't like Eva ain't did all the things that she said she did. Then I do agree with Isaiah when Isaiah was saying that Tomas deserves the blame or whatever and that Eve was the victim. I don't know if I fully say she's the victim because, once again, the hotel scene where she said the same thing, or he made it seem like they had broken up and they was about to hook up then. If y'all recall, they was about to hook up then. So I was like, yeah, he know exactly what he's doing. I mean, him and Kat seem to be closer, but I still wouldn't put it past him to still want Eva. I still wouldn't. I don't know though, cause I think he more so trying to make sure he keep that position that he got. Well, technically, he said the other day that it hasn't been put in writing, so we don't know if he gonna actually be the junior partner or not. But so far, it's a talk that he's the junior partner. But yeah, I don't know if they officially made it official or not. Officially made it official. But yeah, Isaiah tells Kat that she don't know Eva like he do, and they were just going back and forth about who she is, and he was defending her though. I said that's what you should have did. I said I understand, y'all know. Once again, I always try to see both sides of things, so I understand if you trying to make it official with her, but you not defending her or anything like that. But the way Eva blew up and then ran right to her boyfriend, that's crazy. So it's not okay for her to hang out with him. But it's okay for you to hang out with Tomas repeatedly, even after y'all done hooked up and everything. But I agree with Kat. Kat said also, she was like, I think as soon as she left and they had that conversation, she said, basically Eva was afraid that she was gonna return the favor, that she was gonna get her get back, basically. And I said exactly. Yeah, obviously. I was like, yeah, that's what she was afraid that she was gonna get that get back. She done ran to him and told him that they was flirting with each other and everything. I said, it ain't look like they was flirting to me, but then again, I don't know. I don't know though. But yeah, she ran to Tomas. Well, she ain't run to him like she called him or anything like that, but she did tell him that Isaiah was flirting and he asked was Kat flirting too. And she was like, what do you think? And she basically said, yeah. She basically said, yeah, or she was enjoying it anyways. And I said, this how people cause problems in your relationship. You can't just go around telling people that if you don't know that to be true. And he was saying, you don't know, you just think of it as that way. That don't mean she was actually doing it, but he still came to Kat about it. He still was talking about it and stuff, so he had his own little doubts. I said, if y'all afraid that she gonna get her get back, that's what y'all afraid of. Hold on. Because despite Kat being a spoiled brat, she hasn't been wrong yet. I mean, she a spoiled brat, and she can't just go around talking to people crazy and stuff. But at the same time, she hasn't been wrong yet. What else? Let's see. even Tomas catch up, he was asking her what's going on. He told her about the position he got. He made junior partner and everything, and she was congratulating him. And they sat down. He tried to make sure she was okay, but y'all think this okay? It's not okay for them to be having a conversation, but it's okay for y'all. Y'all the one that slept together. Y'all the one that did it. What the world? But yeah, for him, I wouldn't say that Eva is a victim per se. I wouldn't say she's a victim, but at the same time, like I've been studying. Tomas knew exactly what he was doing. First at the hotel, then to my son. I thought we was really broken up. Martin over here to my son. I couldn't see why he thought y'all was broken up. Shut up. Don't make excuses. The more you make excuses for people, the more they do stupid stuff. Tomas, you can understand why. I bet you can. But yeah, what's next? We'll come back to them because I can't remember what else they was talking about. Chelsea asked Madison when she's leaving, and she was like, "It's not like she's doing it because of her," and she explained why she wants to go do the research and everything. And Chelsea realized that it actually wasn't about her, so they was talking about it. She ends up asking her to leave the country with her for a year, and Chelsea had to think about it and everything. Well, before that, they had a conversation about her popping them pills and stuff, and she was like, she shouldn't have told her dad or responded that way, and basically she was being judgmental. So I said, "No, don't backtrack now. Don't backtrack. You got a right to say you don't want to be with nobody who decides to pop pills. I mean, if you into that type of thing, then that's a different story. But you obviously not. She obviously wasn't." I said, "Don't backtrack now." I don't like when people backtrack. No, you spoke your truth. You don't want nobody who be popping that stuff. Popping that stuff. You don't want nobody to be popping on pills, and that's okay. But she was apologizing for her reaction and everything, and at least Chelsea stuck to it. She was like, basically she's still gonna be doing it. She's still gonna be doing it, but she's not gonna be doing it all the time. All this. I said, that ain't what I said, wait a minute, Chelsea. She basically said still gonna be popping up pills. And I was like, y'all ain't gonna never, she gonna get her to pop pills next. Next thing you know, you're gonna see her doing it. I haven't seen them say anybody's supposed to be leaving. Well, some months ago, they said the lady that played Madison's supposed to be leaving, but I ain't seen nothing about the lady that played Chelsea's supposed to be leaving. But they had been saying that. I said, wait till Allison find out you trying to leave the country. But yeah, what else? Chelsea had to think about it. She finally thought about it and she agreed. So I'm assuming that because she leaving for a year, that Kat gonna actually take her tail over there and move in with Tomas. And I said, I don't know, I still can't get on board with this. I like Isaiah and Eva more than I do Tomas and Kat. I don't know if it's because of how it all started or how it, I ain't gonna say ended because they still together. But maybe that's what it is. Maybe, or I just don't like them together. I don't know. The ones he don't know. No, that's no, because he knows exactly what he was doing. The freak. But yeah, I like Isaiah and Eva together, but I feel like something's gonna happen to interfere with what they got going on. Maybe what was that lady name that he was texting and stuff, and she didn't want him texting her and everything. She gonna pop up. She gonna pop up. What was that good name? Doggy. I can't think of it. Whatever her name is that he was texting, she gonna pop up. Anytime somebody decide to move on and make it official, here come people from the past want to pop their tail up and stuff. Whatever her name is, she probably gonna pop up in town. But yeah, I think they said this week that what's her name? Haley's supposed to be flirting with Isaiah. She's supposed to flirt with him this week. But yeah, what else? Let's see. We already finished Chelsea and Madison. Jan and Ashley. Jan and Ashley, they was talking about the men in their lives and stuff like that. Now Ashley saying she's in a relationship. I thought they was just dating. I'm confused. See, y'all need to stick to one thing. Yeah, first y'all said dating is not in a relationship. In a relationship. Then now y'all saying it is. I'm confused now. Is dating the same thing, or you could date while you in a relationship? When they made it official? She was like, Derek was interfering in her relationship stuff. But yeah, they was talking about Grayson and Owen. So I'm assuming neither one of them had met either one of their partners. Then start talking about Derek. And I said, Jan, I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't want to say that she's too focused on Derek. Derek this and Derek that. But I don't know. It's okay to be concerned about people. I'm not going to say it. I was like, every time you see her, she's talking about some Derek and concerned about Derek. I said, leave it alone. They done for. They is done for. They don't want to be together. Well, he want to be with her still. But she don't want to be with him. Well, yeah, they was talking about Derek, and she told his business. She told Ted and Shanice's business. I said, that's why you can't tell people your business. That's exactly why. But yeah, She was telling her about how Ted gave Shanice roses and everything. And then she told that Derek was forced to retire. And they was talking about him. Leslie came and she asked Ashley to work for her. And she declined, said she loved working at the hospital. So after she left, that's when Jan ends up asking Leslie to hire Derek. And she said no at first, but then she told her it looked good in the press and everything. So now it looked like she actually is going to hire him. Um, with the Jan situation, what was it? What else was I gonna say about Jan? I don't know. They said something about Mona and Randy this week too. Did y'all see that? What did they say? They said something about Mona and Randy. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, I think that was the end. Once Leslie showed up, that was the end of their conversation. Leslie and Shanice. She seen her sitting there. She started Lord. She started being in her face again, talking about some. She just wanted to warn her about Ted because he's a player and everything. Once again, she wants to plant seeds of doubt. She want to play. She wants to plant seeds of doubt because she already done told her about the roses and stuff about how he used to give her roses, and then she done heard Nicole talking about he gave her roses, and now she over here talking about some he a player. So when she find them doggone underwear this week, she could be like, oh yeah, I remember or whatever, because she's supposed to be confronting Ted about them doggone underwear. And I said, man, put two and two together. Put two and two together. Then they said he's supposed to feel some type of way about seeing Nicole dressed, how she gonna be dressed or whatever. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a bad thing. I don't know if he gonna be showing concern. Because y'all know with these spoilers, they'll say something and it be the complete opposite. The way they talked about Kat and Isaiah, you would think they had this big blow up or something like that. They did not. They did not. Um, let's go back to Kat and Isaiah, because when they was talking, um, Kat said she brought up how Eva not gonna want no commitment or something like that, and implied that she would be using him, and he was like, "Well, she gonna be using my check from school and stuff like that, and all that." And I was like, I wouldn't say she want money because she don't seem like that type, but like I don't know, cause at the end of the episode, she realized that she wanted him, so maybe she actually moving on from Tomas. Because at first I was gonna say that she stuck on Tomas just like Tomas stuck on her, and he just trying to use Kat. Because Bill said not to hurt his niece. He said not to hurt his niece and make it official and all this other stuff. Because he wasn't talking about no moving in and nothing like that until Bill said what he said. Until Bill said, you don't take, first of all, why would you take his advice? I mean, he is the boss and everything, but at the same time, it's look at his life. He running around sneaking around with a married woman, the woman that he divorced for the one that he married to now. Shoot, if you gonna take his advice, know what not to do. Know what not to do. But yeah, who else we got? Leslie Shanice. Oh, Derek showed up when Leslie was in Shanice's face and everything. They started talking. He told her he was forced to retire. And he was like, now what he gonna do now that he can't be a firefighter? You know, I be forgetting that he injured himself during he was training for something or something like that. I thought that he injured himself going into fires or something. When they first did it though, I was like, he did that on purpose. I was saying he did it on purpose so that Ashley can stick beside him. But yeah, he was talking about that, and she was just encouraging him, saying that, he has more to offer than just being a firefighter, and he realized what he had to offer. So I'm assuming he gonna actually take that position working for Leslie or with Leslie. He didn't want to unmute. Hold on there. But yeah, what else? Let's see. Oh, Leslie, she tried to insinuate something was going on between Shanice and Derek. Now, at first, I thought that they was gonna put them together too. I'm glad they didn't. I hope not. Keep on over here with Ted for right now, cause I wanted Ted and Nicole back together. But I wanted Ted. I said this before. I wanted Ted and Nicole back together more than I did Bill and Danny. Maybe it's cause we didn't actually get to see them, together. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I said, I don't know about Shanice and Derek being together, but we'll see. She tried to insinuate they had something going on. I said, I guess she gonna run to Ted and tell about that too. And he just gonna believe her. Oh, Ted's supposed to come looking for her. He must gonna realize it was her. Tomasa Cat, he ends up talking to her about what Eva said, and she was upset. And I said, I'm so sick of both of them. I said, I'm sick of them. Now, we in season 2. Y'all need to let it go. Y'all both need to let it go. But yeah, what? Let me see. They was talking about what Eva said, and she was like, she'll never do nothing like that. And he was like, yeah, I know. If you know, I don't like when people do that. If you knew, you wouldn't be confronting them or saying anything about it. And that's different between telling you. I'm gonna let you know right now that Eva running around telling people that you telling me, she told me that you was flirting with Isaiah, and Isaiah was flirting with you. That's different than you over here bringing it up and asking questions and stuff. That's completely different. Hold on. He said he was bringing up moving in together again, and she, by her face, she still don't want to do it. But I'm assuming once again that since Chelsea finna go, that she gonna move in with him. But I think I don't know. He be confusing me. One minute I'm like he don't want her. Next minute I'm like, do he want to? I don't know, y'all. I said, is he just trying to take Bill's advice and secure his future? Cause they was talking about their future and stuff like that, and they love each other. And she said he the one person that got her back. And I said, I'm with Isaiah. He has a lot of the blame because he knew what he was doing. And if Bill hadn't told him what he told him, and or whatever, I think that he would have been with Eva. Or if he didn't view Kat as a way to elevate his career, I think that's been proven. But I don't know, because y'all know, once again, we in season 2, so the way they wrote it for season 1 could be different for season 2. So we don't really know until we actually see it. I don't know. What are y'all thoughts on season 2 so far? I think they're trying to make us all emotional and stuff. They got Anita. She supposed to be cutting. I'm assuming she gonna cut her hair. Well, Lord have mercy. I said that all the way wrong. We know if you seen the promo that she gonna cut her hair. Cause they show her in the scene and she take the scissors and everything. I said that wrong. But yeah, they showing her with cancer and everything, and it's just a lot going on, y'all. But yeah, I like it. Some people say they're not gonna watch it no more because, you know, they have family members who dealing with cancer and they don't want to see that. Some people mad about Danny cheating with Bill. And I said, a lot of y'all keep saying y'all seen soap operas. But y'all ain't seen these folks done got together and cheated a million doggone times, literally. You know how normally you say a million times and you be exaggerating? Now these folks done, they done broke up and got together a million times. Sonny and Carly on General Hospital. Well, right now they ain't got together in years. But them two, Jason and Sam, who was on One Like the League? I can't even remember no more. It's been gone so long. But it's just certain couple. Brooke and Ridge. That should have been the first people I said. Brooke and Ridge off the Bold and Beautiful. But yeah, I was like, if you watch soap operas, I mean, it's certain things where you be like, okay, I ain't seen this done on a soap opera before. But other things, it'd be like, y'all ain't watched them cheat a million times. Then it'd be the criminal stuff. I can't believe they did that. Or the fighting. Oh, they don't need to be fighting. It's not real life. Shoot, they need to smack somebody. The dialogue ain't interesting. Might as well hit somebody. I remember I said that one time, and somebody was like, "No, they don't need to be. You don't need to be encouraging them to fight." What? Shoot, back in my day, no. When I was younger, they used to be quick to hit somebody or slap somebody. Nowadays, they barely do anything. Hold on. But I think that's it. I think we covered everything. Chelsea agreed to go at the end of the episode. Jan suggests Leslie hire Derek. I said, not Jan. I'm not gonna say it. I wrote that there. I said, I'm not gonna say it, but you and Derek, this Derek thing, maybe she just being concerned he been around a long time. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But yeah, I'm ready to see who this Owen dude is. I'm ready to see Jan meet Grayson. What else? What's another storyline I'm ready to see? Haley get caught. He over here to my son. He drinking. He's supposed to be saying this week when he talking to the doctor that he been drinking that tea that Haley forcing him to drink. You just said exactly what it is. I said, now don't y'all get to y'all remember that scene where and we talk about this all the time, so I'm sure y'all remember. But when he drank that doggone tea and he fell out and he got up and he started staring at the mug. Next thing you know, he's still drinking out the mug. He's still drinking the doggone tea. So I was like, what was that? What was that? I said, do he know that she trying to murder him or what? Is he playing along? Like, what's going on? What's going on at this point? But yeah, that's everything, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. I did skip something. I skipped a few things, actually. Wait a minute, let me see. I actually want to help Derek, but don't want him to think that they getting back together, because he sure think it. He sure think it. Hold on. I don't skip some stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Eva said Isaiah was flirting with Kat and implied she was flirting back. What did I skip? I think it's on the back. Oh, Tomas was apologizing to Kat for neglecting her and stuff, and that's when they got to talk about what Eva said. Madison apologized for how she reacted, and they both agreed that they still want to be together, but she said she's still leaving, and that's when she invites Chelsea to come with her. Tomas ends up saying he trusts Kat. Isaiah stops by to see. That's I forget them. That's the main two I wanted to talk about, because y'all know I like them together. I said, well, how I forget them? He stops by her place. He told her she was right and how he handled things wasn't the right way to do things. He tells her that he crazy about her. She admits that she want to be with him too. So they finally boyfriend and girlfriend. They finally together. And that's about doggone time. Enjoy while it lasted before whatever her name is come. Dog, I almost had it. I can't think of what's the lady name that he was texting when he first got there. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces.